Hello everybody. Can you believe it's been 2 months since 1883 entered our lives and shifted our perception of U.S. history through a compelling story? When Taylor Sheridan first announced his intention to expand the Yellowstone universe through 2 new series, we were not sure if those new series would be good enough to contribute to Yellowstone's reputation as a masterpiece. The jury is still out as far as 4 Sixes is concerned. However, when it comes to 1883, we're only 2 steps away from the ending, which is more than enough to deduce our opinion over the series. Even though it would be bold to claim that 1883 is as good as Yellowstone, we can confidently claim that the show is good enough to be in the Yellowstone universe and might even be better in terms of its production quality. Yes, you heard it right. We think 1883 is a work of art in terms of its shooting, cinematography, setting, and grasp of the spirit of the period. It's always a difficult task to come up with a historical fiction production that remains loyal to the historical facts while also managing to deliver these facts in a way that would attract the modern audience. We believe 1883 is doing a pretty good job in this too. Besides, it seems like Paramount is on the same page with us as well, since it recently confirmed Season 2 of the show, as well as more Yellowstone sequels. And yet, although our opinion of the show is mostly positive so far, the ending will be the one that will make or break the series. The interesting thing is the fact that the premiering episode of the show has already provided us with a glimpse of the ending, and now we're waiting patiently to reach that point. Episode 9 of the show stands out as the most important step before the grand finale, as it will provide the ground for the last arc to build upon. To understand Episode 9 of the show, we first need to revisit the events of Episode 8 as it provides us with a lot of clues regarding what to expect from the next installment. Before anything, we have to mention the elephant in the room and acknowledge that Episode 8 has been the lowest rated episode of 1883 so far. With a 7.2 rating on IMDb, the episode still has an okay score from the audience. However, compared to the previous episodes, all of which have at least an 8.5 rating, it's clear that this one missed the mark as far as fulfilling the audience's demands. The main topic of the episode was Elsa's love story with the Native American man Sam. Their love developed quickly, even according to modern standards. Elsa was just mourning after Inez a couple of episodes ago. And yet, once she saw Sam and realized he also suffered the loss of a loved one, she immediately felt the connection and formed a relationship with him. In Episode 8, she has gone through a complete transformation as she decided to live as if she is a Native American woman. There were 2 reasons behind this motivation of hers. On one hand, she was in love with Sam and wanted to be with him and show him that she is capable of pursuing that style. On the other hand, she realized as a white woman, the only possible future waiting for her ahead is the one in which she wears dresses and takes care of her home, while the Native American women are sharing equal terms with their men. In the end, Elsa changed her appearance, married Sam, and decided to stay there with him. When faced with her family's opposition, she decided to move to Oregon with them, but then, after making sure they are settled, she will return to find Sam. Of course, since we know how Sheridan's shows work by this point, we also know that this dream will never come true. The plot of Episode 9 is defined as follows on IMDb. A misunderstanding leads to a battle with serious consequences. From this depiction alone, we can deduce that Elsa's actions in Episode 8 will have unforeseeable consequences. Episode 9. It's likely that her relationship with Sam got misunderstood and ended up with the Native American tribes attacking the migrant crew to seek revenge. Of course, one might wonder, what might cause such a rage among the tribes? Well, if Sam is being killed or attacked by a white man, the tribe can easily assume that the reason behind this is Elsa and her romance with Sam. Since we already know that there will be a fight between the Native Americans and the migrant crew, we believe this is one of the most possible triggers behind such an incident. We believe Sheridan wouldn't show us the very ending of the show from the very beginning. This means that the battle scenes that we witnessed in Episode 1 were probably belonging to Episode 9, and we will watch the consequences of that battle in Episode 10. Thus, it's likely that this week's episode will witness a bloody and merciless fight between the 2 groups, changing the course of events completely. There is a high chance that most of the crew will end up dead after this battle, while Elsa will give up on her dreams of returning to Sam and living a free life. All these are extremely tragic for sure. Fortunately though, watching 1883 for 2 months now, we got used to witnessing one tragic incident after another. We expect the trailer of the episode to detail all these in a more clear way. What are your expectations from episode 9 of 1883? Are you glad that the show is being renewed for another season? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.